Most people spend their entire lives chasing happiness. But what if happiness was never meant to be chased? What if happiness is a skill you train, just like focus, discipline, or confidence? Today, we're going deeper, because once you understand what happiness is, the next step is learning how happiness actually works. In the last video, we defined happiness as inner well-being, a life built on meaning, engagement, and purpose. But here's where many people get stuck. They understand happiness intellectually, yet still feel disconnected emotionally. That's because happiness isn't something you wait for. It's something you practice. Happiness functions like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Ignore it, and it weakens even when life looks good on the outside. This explains why some people seem content with very little, while others feel empty despite success, money, or recognition. The difference isn't circumstances, it's skill. Let's break that down. Happiness begins with attention. What you consistently focus on trains your emotional state. If your attention is locked onto what's missing, broken, or behind schedule, your brain interprets life as a constant threat. But when you intentionally notice progress, effort, and meaning, your nervous system relaxes and happiness becomes accessible. This is why gratitude works. Not because life is perfect, but because your brain learns where to look. The second skill is emotional regulation. Happiness doesn't mean avoiding negative emotions. It means knowing how to move through them. People who experience deeper happiness don't feel less pain, they recover faster. They don't panic when emotions rise. They don't shame themselves for feeling low. They understand that emotions are information, not identity. When you stop fighting emotions, you stop letting them control your happiness. The third skill is intentional action. Happiness grows when your actions match your values. When what you do aligns with who you believe you are. Every time you act with integrity, even when it's uncomfortable, you reinforce self-respect. And self-respect is a powerful source of happiness. This is why short-term pleasure often backfires. It feels good now but disconnects you later. Long-term happiness comes from keeping promises to yourself. The fourth skill is meaningful connection. Humans are wired for connection, not perfection. Happiness increases when you feel seen, valued, and useful to others. That doesn't require a big social circle. It requires honesty, presence, and contribution. Even one meaningful relationship can significantly improve well-being. And finally, happiness requires growth. Stagnation drains happiness. Progress restores it. You don't need massive wins. You need forward motion. When you're learning, improving, or becoming more capable, your brain releases motivation and hope. This is why purpose fuels happiness. You're not just surviving, you're becoming. Here's the shift that changes everything. Happiness isn't a reward for a perfect life. It's a byproduct of a well-lived one. You won't always feel happy, and that's okay. Happiness is the baseline you return to when your life has meaning, alignment, and intention. So instead of asking, why am I not happy yet? Ask this, what skill can I practice today? Because happiness isn't found. It's built one habit, one choice, one day at a time. Happiness isn't luck, and it isn't reserved for a few, it's a skill anyone can learn. If this video helps shift your perspective, like, subscribe, and share hit the mark today with someone who's ready to stop chasing happiness and start building it. Your growth continues here.